Why are there not more people talking about the chilling mystery of the Pied Piper? An entire town's children vanished overnight. Picture Hamelin, Germany, in 1284. Dawn breaks over silent, foggy streets. A haunting melody pierces the mist. A piper, dressed in vibrant patchwork, appears. Entranced, the town's children emerge and follow him. Parents remain oblivious, deaf to the music. The procession grows, winding through the misty streets. They march past the church, toward the looming hills. As the sun rises, shadows stretch. A sense of dread settles over Hamelin. On that fateful day, the children vanished, led by the piper. This is not just a fairy tale, but a wound that never healed. The piper's music echoes through time, a symbol of unanswered questions. And the story is far from over. In Hamelin, a plague of rats overruns the town. Desperate, the townspeople promise a reward to anyone who can rid them of the vermin. The piper appears, plays his pipe, and leads the rats to their doom. But when he returns for payment, the mayor refuses. Betrayed, the piper warns of consequences. On Sunday, while adults are in church, he enchants the children, leading them away forever. But the rats and revenge were added later. The real story is simply the loss of Hamelin's children. The earliest accounts of Hamelin's tragedy mention no rats. The first record, from 1384, simply states, "It is 100 years since our children left." No mention of vermin or broken promises, just the inexplicable disappearance. The rats entered the story centuries later, adding drama and motive. But the historical core remains. On June 26, 1284, 130 children vanished, led by a piper. This is not folklore, but recorded history. The town's records echo with loss and confusion. The fairy tale comforts us with reasons. The real event offers none. The children walked out of their lives, and history has no answer. The original story is about a devastating, unsolved disappearance. The mystery is what endures, and it is far more haunting than any fable. Hamelin never forgot. A stained glass window in the church, now lost but described in detail, showed the piper and the children, a memorial to the vanished. June 26th became a day of mourning, the exodus of the children. The town's grief shaped its traditions and landscape. Bungelosenstrasse, the street without drums, remains silent, no music allowed, out of respect for the lost. The silence is a living memorial, echoing the town's sorrow. Even today, visitors are asked for quiet respect on that street. The story is alive in Hamelin's stones and silence. The town's grief is woven into its very fabric. The memory of the lost children endures. What really happened to the children? One theory: migration. Agents called locators, dressed in bright clothes, recruited young people to settle in Eastern Europe. Another theory: a mass religious movement, like the Children's Crusade, led them away on a doomed quest. Or perhaps disease struck, and the piper became a symbol of death itself. Each theory tries to explain the loss, but none fit perfectly. The truth remains elusive. The children's fate is still a mystery. The unanswered question haunts Hamelin. No theory fully explains the disappearance. No records, no graves, just a date, a number, and a vanished generation. The mystery is what gives the story its power. Hamelin has embraced its dark past, retelling the tale in statues, plays, and traditions. The story is not just a warning, but a memorial to real loss. By remembering, the town keeps the children alive in memory. Forget the rats and revenge. Remember the empty street, the haunting music, and the children who vanished. The true story is more powerful and more terrifying than any fairy tale. It is a story that deserves to be known, and it is a mystery that endures.